Alright, so I've been super excited to get this DK-15 upgrade kit. The reason for that is because there's a few things that I would have liked with this particular annular ring trailer set. One of which is the ability to actually include the jet section onto the annular ring trailer so that I could have everything stand up properly, just like how it's done in the movie. Also pretty excited for all the weapons it supposedly comes with. So we're gonna take a look at how everything looks. This is obviously the first time that I'm gonna be opening this. So you're gonna be going on that journey with me. Okay, so right out of the packaging, I'm already convinced that it looks amazing. Wow. Those shields are huge. Okay, so it says here that it's supposed to come with jetpack, two new tires assemblies, knuckle dusters, two blasters, and two gigantic shields. And also we're getting accessories only for the deluxe edition. So I did get the deluxe edition, so yay. Oh, I got the pre-order one. Nice. Okay. There are instructions, but as far as I know, this is pretty straightforward. So I'm going to see if I can just do all of that without actually reading the instructions. Okay, so let's open this up. So, real quick. Man, these are nice. This is the new sword and we get two of them. Look at that nice metallic sheen. I mean, they could have made it clear, but this is actually really good. And that metallic unevenness, there's a bit of paint speck, but it's fine. The metallic sheen looks really, really good. It makes it look slightly uneven, which is great for this particular iteration of the sword. Compare it to the original one we got. I mean, okay, it's almost the same sculpt, I would imagine, but the way, no, it's not actually. There's improvements in the sculpt as well. So everything, all the details are deeper, and the hilt is a little wider. The Cybertronian etching is also much more pronounced. Interesting. So this was the original axe that we got. It's a dull gray. Now let's take a look at the new axe that we're getting, which is, wow. It's much wider than the other one. It's an entirely new sculpt as well. And the pre-order version looks great too. That gold axe. I didn't think I'd want this, but it's nice. It's really nice. Let's open up this box. Alright, so let's take everything out of the box real quick. Okay, so everything seems to be secured in there. Oh, so that's what it was, okay. Wheels. Ah. Jetpack pieces. Nice. Okay, so they're individual jetpack pieces. So it looks like I'm gonna have to put everything together, which I'm not complaining about. Shields. Shields. These shields are amazing. I mean, let's compare this shield with the one we got previously. Look at that. Absolutely just dwarfed that other shield, that older shield from Hasbro. It's pretty much the same sculpt, it looks like, but it's upscaled and better detailed. Or maybe it's a new sculpt entirely, it's just that the details are pretty much the same. I love it. And there's a nice metallic silver overspray on it. And we get new blasters with multiple levels of gray and silver. Very nice. Now, these actually clasp onto the hands, which we'll talk about later. much better than the hollow ones we got in the original. So this is nice. Okay, so it's somehow not as thick, but more detailed. So these are the knuckle dusters. They're really nice. Okay, so they were a bit tough to take out of the packaging, but that's cool. So they're done in a bit of a darker silver. Okay, so first part, let's look at this assembly. So looks like we're gonna have to remove this part and replace it with these newer wheel sections. Oh, interesting. So these are double wheels, and the front ones work. So these ones are fake, but they're there just to facilitate the look, I suppose. And they're silver rimmed. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna take these out. Okay, we were also provided with screws in the package, but I don't know if we'll need them, but okay. Good on them to provide those screws. So we unscrew here. Okay, so I feel like I'm gonna really have to use the screws that they provided because these screws look different. You take a look at the screws that came off and the screws that they come with, they're different. So I don't want to break this the new set, so I'm going to use the screws that they provided in order to put this together. I could always use new wheel bits because I occasionally make my own trailers. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to put this on here, so that's the right place for it to go, I imagine. Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, there's a ratchet joint there. Okay. Not a ratchet, but something to prevent it from sliding. That's interesting. Okay, so let's put this together. Okay, it seems to be responding. Okay. So why are you fighting me? Okay. So there. Didn't seem to come together as well as I'd liked. So I'm gonna grip them together while I'm gonna unscrew again. I'm frightened of tools. Okay, there you go. There, that came on better. So now there's it's a lot. It's like there's I don't want to call them ratchets, but there's a little thing there that's preventing it from sliding all the way down when you don't need it to. So that's good. That's an improvement right there. I can see it off the bat. Okay, to kind of show you how it now looks. There it is. It's nice. Double wheels. Well, the ones on the back of each side are faux wheels, but that's fine. And they turn, so that's great. Okay, so I'm done with this. Now let's work on the jetpack. This one does not have any articulation downwards, only to the back. So what do we have here? Okay, so we have these. Okay, this is a little tough because you have to get this onto here. If you do it the wrong way, it's a lot easier, but of course you shouldn't be doing that way. You have to insert using these nubs right here. It's a little tough to do. Because it's not really cleared rather. There you go. Okay. So we got that attached. Nice. Okay, so that is the backpack. Or did we do this right? Yes, we did. Okay, so now there's articulation in the back. Very nice. This whole other piece with 3 actual pieces in it. This one ridged piece that comes off, and this other piece that comes off. You don't need this assembly, you just need this, because rather you have only Studio Series 44 Prime like me. Essentially what you just do is take this assembly right here, and see there's 2 small, they don't look like pegs but they are. Take those pegs and insert them into those holes, 2 holes right there. That is literally all there is to do. And ta-da! You now have your jetpack. So let's put everything together, shall we? Okay, so just as a quick comparison, this is the old gun and this is the new gun. As you can see, the old gun that actually comes with Studio Series 44 Optimus Prime looks like he's holding a gun. It doesn't sit flush on his hand. It looks, it's nice, it's okay, but it looks like he's holding it. It's not like it's part of him. Whereas the new version looks like it actually transformed out of his hand. So that's what they're going for in this DNA upgrade kit. I want to compare how he's holding the shield here. As you can see, he's holding the shield a lot more naturally now in the DK upgrade kit. Whereas the old one looked like, I don't know what this is. It looks like an attack weapon rather than a defense weapon, which the shield is supposed to be. So it's a lot better in the newer release. The reason they were able to facilitate that was because of the fact that the new shield has the peg hole at an angle, as you can see here. So it's not straight. It doesn't go straight onto his fist, and the size is so much better. Okay, so let's play with Optimus Prime here. So originally, the shield that we got had a peg that went straight to the hand of Optimus Prime, but now we're getting a shield that comes at an angle, as you can see here. So it's so much better. You can have him hold it that way, and see, it's a more natural looking shield. It's a more normal looking shield. And you have a sword, of course, which pretty much is a lot like the old one in terms of functionality, so nothing really different there, but still an excellent paint job. So if you remove this, okay, you'll have your blaster. Now you have 2 of these. I'm just gonna show off the one side. So what you do is you open it. Okay, so how can you tell you're putting the right gun on the right side? Essentially, once you have the flap open, okay, if this flap if it's going outward like this, then that's the right hand to put it on. Okay, otherwise you'll get it backwards. There. Place the flap in, and there you go. And that's a full assembly right there. Okay, so now you have the blaster hand looking perfect. It's the entire assembly. Actually, it could still close. There you go. So that's what it's supposed to look like. It's much more solid, as you can see, on all sides. No gaps. Perfect. His arm keeps falling off. Sorry about that. Okay, so as you can see, if this flap is on the outside, then it's meant to go on that arm. And it looks perfect from all sides. No gaps whatsoever. Just like the regular Optimus Prime figure, you'd have your Optimus Prime figure with his gas tanks, I suppose you can call those, up there. So what you're gonna do is flip those down, and just like normal, have the backpack up, the straps up, and these sections will go on the back. Slide them in. This is not without some level of difficulty, of course. Okay, so there you have him with the jetpack. Very, very nicely done. So he's a little top heavy though, fair warning. These jetpack parts make him a little heavier than normal. Okay, so let's take a look at the assembly at the back. It's now fully painted with blues and reds, unlike before, as you can see here. It's just all gray. And there used to be a pivot here. We lost that pivot, but we got so many other articulation points here for you to be able to extend. You can unclasp these so you can get a little more of a wingspan, and these are points of articulation as well. Okay, so we lost the pivot, but we have a lot of other articulation points. So as you can see, very, very nice. Right? Okay. And you also have new articulation points here. So you can actually have him lower his wings. You can have them compressed as well, as you can see here. Okay, sorry, I had those things up. You can compress those wings as well. So that little nub right there. It also helps to have him stand like that. So there you go. I very much prefer this jetpack over the one we got before. And I just realized I mistransformed this. Let me put that back up top. There you go. Okay. Of course, with this axe, looks like a proper badass. You can have him with both guns as well. If you remember how we did that earlier. Okay, so this panel is on here. This side. This one is the one we put on this side, rather. Plug it in and close it. Two blasters. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure how it's supposed to lock. I'm not seeing it on the instructions. The instructions just kind of tell you to lay this on there, but there's some resistance. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm doing this right, but essentially the look is there. I just haven't been able to get it to lock into place. But yeah, there it is. And you are supposed to put the shields. Okay. Alright, so is it this way? Yes. There you go. So put the peg on the shield. By the way, there is an improved peg there, so that's what you would use to put the shield over here on the side. And there you have the annular ring trailer. And it looks amazing. With the additional parts. It's not negligible at all. Okay, sorry, let me fix that. this upgrade kit definitely makes the figure pop, the whole assembly actually. So let's put the weapons onto the annular ring trailer, and I just realized I'm fully okay. So swords still go on the same spot. So here, one sword here. Okay, there you go. You're not gonna wanna use the peg for the hole. You're just gonna use this part. This little square peg is what you're gonna use to plug this onto the side. Plug it there, and there you have it. For the axis, since you have two now, okay, the prime should stand there like a respectable toy. Okay, so axes go on the same spot. You still have a few peg holes, so place the ion blaster there. You can as well. There's one up here. If you wanna still use the shield for some reason and you wanna plug it in, you can still do that at the back or any peg hole that's there. So you just want kind of to fill everything in. Now you've got these knuckle dusters as well, and they can go on here on the underside. They're rather inconspicuous, unlike the other weapons, which really pop. There. So it's almost not obvious that you have those on there. You still have these peg holes, so for some reason you wanna really add more weapons, you can. Don't know why you'd want to do that, but yes. That looks a little strange, so I'm gonna remove that because I wasn't not advocating that at all. And you still have your other blasters, which you could use. You could actually have used to fill in the top parts, since you still have those. But technically, once you go into trailer mode, I'm not sure you can still store them because they're fairly large. Okay, drop. And there you go. So I've taken off all the pieces of all the weapons rather, from the annular ring trailer assembly, and I've also pre-transformed Optimus Prime already. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna attempt to transform it back into trailer mode. So let us go ahead and remove this. Again, I'm not 100% sure if I did this right. The instructions aren't super clear, so if any of you spot in the comments how you were able to do it without just, you know, slapping it on there, that would be great. Oh, I forgot to remove these knuckle dusters, but I think I'll just leave them there for transformation. I think that's where they're supposed to go anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and transform this the normal way. It looks like it's supposed to do the normal transformation anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so this trailer is intended to be a weapons trailer, a weapons array. It's not supposed to necessarily function as a functional trailer. Okay, so supposing you have your assembly like this, what you're supposed to do, I think, from what I figured out, is to... Okay, first unlatch everything. Okay, and then... Okay, so you have your wing here. Okay, just basically unlatch your wings, extend them out as far as you could, and then bring these 180 backwards. You have to extend these for you to be able to do that, and then bring these back. Once that's done, take these backwards. So now you have your whole back section. And then you take this whole thing and just splay it out like so. So now that that's done, take this whole thing and just 180 the whole thing. There is a notch here that will go onto this peg hole. So just plug that in. This is a really obnoxious transformation. Even if it wasn't an upgrade kit, there's a couple more steps that are added because of the size, the added size of the upgrade kit. So there you go. That's basically it for the wing section. On there, same thing on the other side. So let me close this back up. I mean, it's nice that you can put everything together here, but like I said, very obnoxious transformation. This thing is also mildly obnoxious, but all you really have to do is slide it inside. I don't know if slide is the right word, because you'll keep hitting things. Slide it inside, and then there, you see these peg holes? Peg each side on, and there you go. So it looks like for the guns, you do have to open panels. I still have yet to figure out how to do this properly. Okay, so there. Open up the panels and slide them inside. There you go. So that's one side done, and then do the same here. It doesn't feel like it's gonna go on properly, but you can get it to go on there properly with some effort. Keyword, effort. This is what makes it a little less fun. Okay, there you go. They don't want you to put it inside, they just want you to kind of slide it in here. There's a little peg hole where the jet assembly is, and just you're supposed to slide it in. And there you have it. For the most part, it's a little more difficult to transform the trailer now than it was earlier when I didn't have the upgrade kits. I wasn't able to show you where the swords go, but the swords pretty much go in the same spot, so that's fine. This is what it'll look like once you're finished. So I'm gonna put it on Optimus Prime here, and there you go. So as you can see, it doesn't look a lot different. It doesn't look too different now that it's in alt mode, but it's still got some improvements. Like this section right here is an improvement. Not really much. The gun section does look a little more solid now than it used to, so that's nice. With this new kickstand, you can essentially leave it like that, unlike before. So that's pretty excellent. I like that. And yeah, overall, I really love what DNA design did with this. The transformation did get a little tougher. It was already tough to begin with, and now of course I ended up with quite a few extra pieces, as you can see here. Okay, so lots of bits no longer necessary. But overall, I did enjoy putting that together, and I'm sure you will too. I've seen some people like Prime versus Prime spray this over with silver paint, and that worked out great. I might do the same thing. I'm still considering because there are several differences in the silver and grays in this particular Studio Series Prime, so that's something to reconsider. But overall, I did enjoy putting this together, and I hope you guys enjoyed me putting this together in front of you. That was the first time, so I may have gotten some stuff wrong, but overall, I think I pretty much did an okay job. Follow me at x_Paco on Twitter and Instagram. Got lots of Transformers photos in the last few months in my Instagram. And if you like what you saw, subscribe and hit the bell button to get notified of more reviews and commentaries. Till next time, this has been X Paco.